George Kilpatrick, Inspiration for the Nation, celebrating people that we feel good about. September is Sickle Cell Awareness Month, and the American Red Cross wants your blood. Billy Brill is an account manager with the Blood Services Division. Billy, thank you so much for coming on. And yeah, let's talk about Sickle Cell Awareness Month and the initiative of the American Red Cross.
Yeah. Yeah, thank you so much for having me. As you mentioned, September Sickle Cell Awareness Month. We hope that people are aware and talking about it all year round, but we take advantage of this month, especially to help spread some education about sickle cell and also talk about ways that people can help those that are dealing with sickle cell disease on a daily basis. And the first part, I don't know, George, do you know anybody that's affected by sickle cell?
I don't. So why don't you give us the
Yeah.
education?
So it's about 100,000 people in the U.S., predominantly Black African American people have sickle cell disease, and it's a genetic blood disorder. And one of the ways that blood donation helps is because a common treatment for sickle cell is transfusion.
Mm.
It afflicts the red blood cells. They deteriorate. They become sticky, sharp-edged at 4 times the rate of healthy red cells. And so, if you could imagine, I was reminded of a little bit what it must be like when I was at the state fair. If you could imagine everybody walking around with their arms straight out, how you'd run into people, get caught on things, and
Mhm.
that's kind of what happens with the red cells. You can't take corners as easily. They catch on the edges and can prevent blood flow. Can't carry oxygen adequately or effectively, and it's obviously very painful for people that have it when that happens, but obviously it affects much more of their overall health. And to have red cells be replaced and transfused is a common treatment, and some people with the disease get transfusions on a weekly basis. And that's it's a lot of units, a lot of donated red cells, and just to kind of put in people's minds too that it's not something that's 3D printed or created in a factory or in a lab. Red cells can only come from volunteer blood donors. So we need people that are committed to help to roll up their sleeves, find a blood drive near them, and make an appointment.
Now I know you need donors from all everybody's eligible
Mhm.
to give blood, but in particular, you need diverse blood donors. Why?
Exactly. We think of blood types in the general, the big umbrella types, the A, B, and O types, but there's just about a little over 600 different antigens besides the A, B, and O that all impact donor transfusion health and compatibility. And so, since sickle cell disease impacts predominantly Black African American people in the U.S., then we need as close a match as possible, especially if you're getting weekly transfusions, because we can't have any of those that are receiving the red cells have any kind of negative reaction as soon as they start to reject a non-perfectly matching, donated unit. Then it can really impact not just the treatment that week, but long-term health as well. So there's some of the smaller antigens are C, E, and K. And since Black and African American donors are C, E, and K negative at a rate, that's higher than any other race, then those are the ones we're looking for as our sickle cell warriors. So to be a donor, a Black or African American donor, knowing that you have a 1 in 3 chance of being CEK negative, as well as the big umbrella type matching, that means that more patients with sickle cell have more options and units available for their treatment. One of the common things that we hear, it's sad to hear, but if there isn't a right match, then they cannot receive the red cells. And so they're dealing even longer, another week, another couple of weeks with that pain and with those health effects until hopefully we can avoid a sickle cell crisis by getting that right type into the hospitals and into their system. So
Yeah, we used to hear a lot more about sickle cell at a particular time in history, but this is still a disease that primarily affects African Americans, Black folk in this country, and this is an opportunity to help people live who are living with that condition get the help that they need. And so
exactly.
you have events like yesterday at Tucker Missionary Baptist Church, where I actually gave blood.
Thank you, thank you, thank you.
And it's so funny because I was scheduled to give blood a couple of weeks ago, and I had to reschedule because I was not well.
Yeah.
And I mean, I know that they ask you how you feeling today,
Yep.
whatever.
The first questions.
Right, right. And I didn't feel good. I was under the weather. In fact,
Yeah.
I'm just getting over it. And so then I started to look on the calendar and I was like,
Yeah.
oh, I'm gonna sign up for the one at Tucker.
Incredible.
And then, I get a call. And now and this is a targeted event.
Yeah.
And so I'm glad that I chose Tucker. And I think actually,
We are
believe it or
too.
not, the last time I gave blood, no, it wasn't at Tucker, but I did give blood at Tucker once before. I think
Yeah.
the last time I gave blood was at the Dunbar Center. So I'm
Oh,
saying
nice.
to my audience, I
Yeah.
am an active donor. And
Incredible.
so I just want you to know,
Yeah. Thank you
you know,
so much for being an active donor.
yes, 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 yes.
Yeah.
I try.
And
Go
one
ahead.
of the things that we understand when we're out there looking for diverse donors, as part of the appeal and benefit of the Red Cross is how mobile we are. And I think last time you gave at Tucker, it would have been on our blood mobile or our
Yes.
bus.
Hmm.
And we understand that not everybody can get to a fixed site or one of the bigger sites where they do blood donations. And so for us to be able to take equipment, take collections team, and be a presence in diverse neighborhoods, and be able to be there and not have to put too many people too far out of their comfort zone, their routine, the amount of time they have to give, which is getting less and less nowadays. There's so much weighing on people's minds and every day what they've got to get through. So to have a site like Tucker Missionary Baptist Church be willing and able to host us, give us that platform is incredible in of itself, but also to celebrate and honor Sickle Cell Awareness Month in that way. Yeah, it's a great pleasure to be working with them, and all the donors that came out.
So you said that you have another event like that coming up this month?
So we have community blood drives that are in local churches, in local libraries. We have a fixed site also in the Liverpool area that's open 7 days a week with varying hours. It's a good way for people to find something that works for their schedule.
Hmm.
So we're just asking if there isn't one that you're aware of near you, you can go to redcrossblood.org and you put in your zip code and it'll show you all the blood drive options around you and near you. And one of the things we want to reiterate too that we understand not everybody can donate. Sometimes people will say, I'm afraid of needles. You won't get me near near one of those beds. But we kind of very respectfully and want to be able to say, that people's lives are saved by donors who are afraid of needles. So sign up, get in there, let them know that you're afraid and they'll take care of you. It's tough to find time, but if you can make time, this is people's lives that are impacted by you making that time. And at the very least, being able to share blood drive information. If you can't donate, have somebody, a friend or a family member donate in your place. All incredible ways to directly impact lives.
As a matter of fact, my fraternity, Omega Psi Phi fraternity, we did organize that blood drive at
Yeah,
Dunbar Association with Andre Harper,
incredible.
who happened to be, and I think we had about 13 brothers come out
Incredible.
for that one. So So we trying to do our thing. Challenge to all the other frats in
Yeah.
time to come out and support the next event that'll be taking place or wherever you have. Organize a group and come on out and make it happen. Now, let's talk a little bit about what a first time donor should expect. What's the
Yeah.
process look like for them?
Yeah, so that's a common question we hear too, is I've never donated before. What can I expect? And the first thing, first and foremost, sign up and show up. Like that's it. If you can get through those first two steps, then we'll walk you through the rest pretty easily. But find a drive, get your name on the schedule, and then you're going to want to drink plenty of water that has a physical effect on your veins, makes them a little bit wider, gets the blood flowing a little bit easier, so it can make the donation experience much smoother or a little bit quicker. We're going to want you to, especially with some healthier dinners and breakfast, we want to boost the iron levels. So you're looking at green leafy vegetables and red meat, or even a Flintstone vitamin each night for the week leading up to your appointment. That'll make a big difference as well. Good night's sleep, all that. So becoming a first-time donor, there are definitely things that can make the experience successful for you. But mainly, if you can get your foot in the door, even if you're afraid of needles, even if you're feeling lightheaded or don't are a little nervous about how you're going to feel afterwards or get in the door and let somebody know, the person that's registering you, let them know, hey, I'm a little nervous. This is my first time. When they get you on the cot, let them know, hey, I'm a little nervous. This is my first time. They got all sorts of tricks to distract you and tell some stupid jokes and, all that good stuff. And next thing you know, you've saved lives, at least one, with your donation. So,
And of course, let's talk a little bit about. And again, just remind you, we're talking Billy Brill. The he's a blood service. Wait, say your title again.
yeah, account manager in the blood
Blood,
donor services division. So
blood
I'm even tripping over it.
vision. He's an accountant. All right. Basically, he's trying to get people to sign up too.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Basically, but so let's talk again. This is Sickle Cell Awareness Month. You're
Mhm.
trying to get African Americans to
Yeah.
donate blood uh, to combat and help the disease that primarily affects the African American population. So, with that being said, we're looking for you to get your group together and come to one of the blood donor
Yeah.
events where you can sign up. Now, this I happen to be a person who is in demand. They want me
Yeah.
every time I'm eligible. Let's talk about that, right?
Yeah.
So I think it's what once every 20 days or something like that.
Every 56 days for a whole blood donor. And this is so Black and African American donors not only have a 1 in 3 chance of being a right type match for somebody with sickle cell, which is incredibly important. They're also 50% chance of being type O as well, which in of itself is with that yeah, in demand type. So those red cells are incredibly valuable at a number of different levels. And if you do, there's such a thing as a power red
I wanted you
donation.
to get to that.
Yeah.
Yes.
So a whole blood donation takes 1 unit of red cells, plasma, and platelets, separates the three parts, and will use those for different treatment options. For somebody whose red cells are in especially high demand, I'm a O negative as well, so I'm with you on that. I get every email, every phone call as soon as I'm a day past my eligibility. But it's incredibly important because those red cells go so much quicker than the other parts of a blood donation. So a power red donation will take twice the amount of red cells, and then they'll return the platelets and plasma back into your body with some saline, so you're rehydrated. And what it does is it allows us to have more of the product that's used and needed most often from the donor. The benefit of that is obviously um, you're providing what's most valuable and what's most needed, but you also have 112 days instead of 56 between donations. So maybe that means less phone calls from the Red Cross, but it also means you get to relax and know that you did twice the amount of good on that donation. So
They my phone be ringing off the hook.
yeah,
And that was the what I tried for the first time yesterday was the Power Red. It's a
the
little
power red.
longer, a little longer sitting than
Yeah,
the traditional blood donation, but it is
yeah.
something that you can.
Yeah, if you do your rapid pass, which is a way to do part of the pre-screening before you even get there, that shaves 5 to 10 minutes off your total donation time. But a whole blood probably takes 30 minutes from start to finish, and Power Red is right in there from 45 to 60 minutes for the total process.
Oh, okay.
But again, you're not sitting in the cot again for another 112 days, so it's time well spent. But also, it's a smaller needle that's used, so that's one of the perks. I don't know if you noticed that, but some people do appreciate having that knowledge. And then being rehydrated, so it's one of those things. Hopefully, you felt the same way that I do after a Power Red, where I don't have to hang out at the canteen table as long. I get my fruit snacks and my apple juice, and I'm feeling much quicker recovery from that because
Now,
of the rehydration.
now, there have been some incentives. Are there any incentives for September? Because I know
Yeah.
August you had some good stuff.
Oh yeah. Yeah, right now, I don't know what design you got from your Snoopy t-shirt, but there's a Peanuts promotion running until the 21st of September. So you get a mystery pouch that has one of four designs in there. And there's a chance you get a golden ticket, which means you can send it in for all four designs. But that's been a partnership we had a couple years ago that people went nuts for and love those Snoopy design t-shirts. And then at the end of September, we switch over to a $10 Amazon gift card, heading into fall. And there's always a little something to look forward to. Not that I can't imagine anybody would say I do it for the $10 Amazon gift card or I do it for the t-shirt, but it's a nice perk that goes along nicely with that feeling you get, the intrinsic benefit and goodness you get from donating blood. So, yeah.
And Billy, do you have any stories about blood donations that, particularly around sickle cell, that has made a difference for someone with sickle cell disease?
Yeah, so we actually recently connected with somebody who's in the process of developing how they'd like to share their story. And it's incredibly impactful. When I presented at Tucker and asked how, if, show of hands who's been impacted or knows somebody with sickle cell, I've been in the business. I know all the presentation materials, but I was still surprised at how many hands went up. And it's a good reminder that it's not just about the person that has sickle cell, because of how debilitating it can be from week to week. Their son, their daughter, their brother, their sister, their aunt, they don't get to enjoy that person the way that person wants to show love, be there for the people around them, uh, play, go out at night, all those things are incredibly impacted by sickle cell disease, and that affects all those loved ones. And so when we have a story, and this is a woman whose daughter had sickle cell, and she succumbed to it. This is sickle cell crisis. But the exuberance and hope, it was almost like a miracle in of itself when there was a unit that was a match available for a blood transfusion. And we hear stories about waiting or not having blood available. But when it's concrete right in front of your face, that, when they got word that a unit that matched her daughter was at the hospital for them. It was a reinvigoration of life. His
Mm.
daughter walks out of that transfusion ready to play, almost immediate change. That lack of pain, wanting to be there for friends, wanting to play in some activities or sports, being able to go to church with their family, all of those things, what it means to have those healthy red cells pumping through the veins. I mean, there's stories like that all over, but it's it's hard to describe how impactful it is when you're talking to somebody that is expressing the need in that way, what it meant to have a matching unit come into the hospital. Pretty powerful.
All right, Billy, here's your chance to give your 1 minute pitch for
Ooh.
Sickle Cell Awareness Month to encourage Black folk to roll up their sleeves, give blood, go.
I appreciate it. Thank you, George. I'm looking at you, and you, whoever's watching this. I know you over there, you're afraid of needles. We want you to puff that chest up, get brave, walk in and get yourself into that appointment. We want you to know that there are patients with sickle cell that are depending on people like you to show up and donate blood. And if it's discomfort, it's 15 minutes to a half hour of discomfort, but what it means to somebody with sickle cell to be able to smile and come away from that, be able to show the love the way they want to show love and interact the way they want to interact. I can't imagine anybody would look back and say my 30 minutes of discomfort, wasn't worth that. So we want you to think of that. We want you to be brave, hook arms with a friend, with a family member. You're going in there with a buddy certainly helps. But just know that you have a 1 in 3 chance of being a right type match for somebody with sickle cell, and they are waiting for you. So find a drive, sign up, show up, drink up, plenty of water, that'll help too. But get in the door, we'll take it from there. Yep.
RedCrossBlood.org.
.org. Yep.
Find a donation site near you. Just put in your zip code, and a lot of those will pop up. The Liverpool site is open 7 days a week,
Correct.
but you can likely find a donation site right near you. And as a
Yep.
matter
In
of
your
fact,
community.
I had one closer to me.
Yeah.
That's the one I had to reschedule, but then I saw the one at
And
Tucker. I said, "Oh,
nice.
I'll just go over to Tucker," and that's how I ended up there.
Incredible. Yeah.
Right. Billy Brill is an account manager with the Blood Donor Services Division of the American Red Cross.
There we go.
RedCrossBlood.org. September is Sickle Cell Awareness Month, a disease that primarily impacts African Americans in this country. We need you because you're a likely match. Won't you consider signing up? Billy wants
Yeah.
you right now,
We're
today.
gonna hire you, George. We're gonna hire you.
George
It
Kilpatrick.
was perfect. Thank you so much for having me. This is amazing talking to you, and I look forward to seeing you. Maybe I'll catch you at the next blood drive.
Inspiration for the nation. We'll see you there. All right.